What have you been learning this season that you can put into practice moving forward?
I think that it's been a season that I've gotten to learn a lot because it's very different from my normal. I pack my schedule so full that my daily rhythm is crazy and chaotic, and I don't think twice about rest usually until it's midnight or something like that. But I think in focusing on this daily rhythm of what I'm learning in this season, how can I apply it? It really was a gift for me to slow down.
So, Mike, the question I have for you is, what have you been learning about pace?
Well, I've been learning about my pace. I think has been too quick. Too focused on getting to the end of whatever it is I'm doing, and not focus enough on what I'm doing. I didn't really take time to enjoy what was happening, and there's nothing wrong with being aware of what's going on, not just getting it done.
We've just been talking about the transition from that season of disorder and disorientation and disruption, and I've been thinking what have you been learning in that season and how you can kind of put that into practice in the seasons to go.
Well, I feel like it's been a mass amount of absorption over the last couple months. There's been just an inundation of information, really. But the biggest thing that I was having a conversation earlier today about this, is I am a very rigid person. I like to plan. I like to kind of know what to anticipate. And this has done a great work in me to be flexible and just to learn each day to wake up and just have some sense of flexibility and trust that things will work themselves out.
Yeah, the idea of having open hands and letting what God wants for you to do that day, being okay with that.
Right. Yeah.
Where have you identified that you were pushing your limits?
I really feel like I was trying so hard to please other people that I overwhelmed myself. And in the midst of trying to do that, I never really asked if what I was doing was pleasing to God. I think through my decisions a lot more, and so kind of going back into this new normal, just trying to figure out when I'm making decisions and I'm trying to serve people, is this something that pleases the Lord in my actions? So just taking a tiny bit of time to maybe think that over.
Yeah, I think you at some point have mentioned to me about just learning how to say no, which that's an interesting thought. I call it flexing your no muscle. You gotta flex that muscle, right?
Yeah.
What does that look like? Do you have any idea? How are you gonna say no to good things?
It's really hard. Someone asked me to babysit the other night, and I had to say no because I knew I would be burnt out and probably resentful if I said yes. And it's never an easy thing to do, but you always feel so much better when you say no. That's when you know you need to say no.
So, and really, saying no to that means you can say yes to something else.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, when you say yes to a lot of things, you're saying no to some actually other things that you're supposed to be doing. Rest and whatever.
And if you're always if you're looking at, I gotta get my grass cut. I don't have time to really talk to you about anything and stop. I'm just got to get this job done, then move on to the next job. You miss all these opportunities.
I think the word that I always think is to be welcome to interruptions in life.
Right.
I got the opportunity to work from home, and my son, he's a 3-year-old, he is an interruption. He wants to
Right.
But I've learned to kind of welcome that and be okay with that interruption and be present with him, and then I can move on to the next thing. And then there's space in our life for interruptions and to do those kind of things. We just sometimes don't leave any space or any margin to do that.
It was don't look back on this time and wish you spent more time with Jesus. Be extreme in the time that you spend with the Lord. And I think in trying to have that be my first focus, it's warped my daily rhythm into something that's a lot healthier than it was before. It has recentered me and shows me that it's okay to not pack 50,000 things into my day. And if I do, it's okay to not accomplish some of them. My rhythm can be a lot slower than what I think is effective or efficient.